this is my ideal skin. This is how I want my skin to look in real life. But this is the camera. But anyway, we're gonna get into the zodiac sign T that I just found out with, you know what I mean, what I just found out with all my equations and stuff, having stuff together. So what I did was I put the planets and the zodiac signs all titled down. I mean, jot that down in order, and then I counted each letter to a number. And now I'm about to, you know what I mean, Bible it. So what I mean by Bible it is when you read the Bible has so much teas with who married who and who had this offspring in Old Testimony. It just be dropping all the tea, all the gems in the Christian Bible. So I'm just gonna do that with the zodiac signs, in my opinion, from what I've gathered. So if you know about astrology and zodiac signs and the planets and stuff like that, you know that Mercury shares two zodiac signs, that is Virgo and Gemini. Well, Gemini and Virgo, because Gemini goes first because it's 3, and Virgo goes second because it's 6. So those are two that are considered married zodiac signs that should be married. They don't get a divorce. They stay together inside their planet. And the same goes for Venus with Taurus and Libra and probably a few other zodiac signs. But for Jupiter and Saturn, for example, they get split apart from their zodiac signs that they share the planet with. So Saturn used to share the zodiac signs with the planet. And Saturn was, I believe, Capricorn and Aquarius, but they split apart. Aquarius got its own planet, Uranus, and same goes for Jupiter with Pisces and Sagittarius. Pisces moved out of Jupiter into the planet Neptune. So yeah, just some things to name before I start doing this lineup. So if the world was ran by zodiac signs and planets, this would be the equation of that. So for Mars, underneath Mars is and then the Mars holds a planet, the zodiac signs Aries and Scorpio, which Aries goes up to the number 5 when you spell it out, and then Scorpio goes up to the number 7. So I flipped it around, but usually when you do the birth chart, it does go up from the sun to the moon next. But yeah, so the mother and the father, well, the father and the mother will be for Mars underneath, which will go up to Venus, which is Taurus and Libra. So I feel like if the world would be captivized, that would be a good start off for our nation. So if Noah was Leo and his wife was a Cancer, because they don't name his wife, I don't believe. So that would be the best beginning, starting from chaos, which was fire, burning was Mars, and then going into the father and the mother, which is good. But the only downfall is, and then I guess since Venus is, so I did put that as the best. So Venus, the zodiac signs and Venus stayed together, they stayed married, which would be good. So that would be like also another image of Noah, because Noah did start the new beginning from an awful beginning, but he'll be giving his offspring hopefully a beautiful beginning. I don't know who was his first child in the Bible, but I wouldn't doubt that she started off with staying married and in love, due to the fact that the first economy got washed away with water in a flood. Excuse me. And then for Venus, because we're going after Venus. For Venus, it goes up to Mercury plus Mercury equals the sun. So that would be two people married, because Mercury shares a planet of Virgo and Gemini, and then that would show a case again, Virgo and Gemini. And I was thinking like it could lead to some colliding of married couples and stuff like that, but they don't divorce. The only reason why I feel like they would collide is because Mercury is considered the devil, which are bad people and stuff like that. And when Noah did build a new society, there was still stories about people still having like a devil aspect, but they had like witchery and voodoo and stuff going on to put them in their place. Like Jesus came down and sacrificed himself due to that. And this is after Noah started a new beginning. So I wouldn't doubt that was something that was going on in relationships that chose to still be married. Just because you're still married does not mean it's a beautiful thing. And I feel like with Venus, that could be considered a beautiful relationship. So I feel like starting off with Mars would be the best decision. All right, so this shirt says how to pick up chicks. Got this from the church. And then anyway, so like I was saying, so devil's making a masculine child. So Mercury will make a sunny child, so a Leo child that has a masculine aspect, most likely a Mercury type of energy, a devil type of energy. So yeah, because their parents were probably colliding, or like having orgies, not doing properly right, and then the child will be considered lonely because the sun, Leo, sits on its own before it chooses to collide with most likely the moon, which sits on its own. So that one is love. Don't get it twisted, because I guess they choose to fight and stay married, but it has this devil-in aspect to it, which is not the best. So Mars will have a more helpful point to prove behind it. Kids can have children that see so much love in their parents' relationship and choose to be the opposite because they see so much love in their parents' relationship. So that's possible. But anyways, let's go ahead to Saturn. Saturn would be having Mercury, which is a married, considered marriage planet because they stay together, they don't split apart. And so Mercury plus Pluto will equal Jupiter, which equals Mars. So that's two people colliding with someone that's left alone because they got a divorce out of Mars. So yeah. So this will be a one person that's involved with someone that's married that would make a child that is Jupiter, so lucky, a child that's lucky, but I believe they will get divorced because, like I said, Pisces moves on and goes into Neptune. And then this would be nice if like I knew all of the people out of the Bible and I could just attach their name to each planet, because it would just like collide so good. But I'm not that familiar with names in the Bible. It's like even when I used to read the Bible, I could never really tackle down anyone's name much. Like I have to go look it up or something. But yeah, Jupiter, which goes into Mars, which Mars and Pluto. So a lot of divorce with that. So I don't really see a loving thing, but more like luck after having a child that's considered part of Jupiter. If they're Sagittarius, most likely, because I put Jupiter instead of Neptune.